pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as is required by Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, with respect to the Home News Tribune to publish the same. This announcement must be entered into the minutes of the meeting. Roll call.
Chairman Engel?
Here.
Commissioner Franklin?
Present.
Commissioner Castro?
Here. Okay, basically this meeting is to review any provisional ballots that were either rejected by us or challenged by various groups. Where we
This
started.
is New Brunswick we're gonna do first. Charlie Carterville, he's challenging, he's New Brunswick provisional. He's not present right now.
He stepped out. And
Do you have another one?
I'll get him because that's the only one.
it's Brunswick.
The reasons.
What's the reason?
I contacted Mr. Ross and asked multiple times if he lived on Lewis Street. He did not answer the question, saying, "Trust me, I am old enough to understand how this process works, sir."
Look at the actual.
Well, I guess we should say, what, can you explain, this is the challenge of Michael D. Ross. Can you explain what, I read the reason here. Do you want to explain what's the,
Thank you for the opportunity. Members of the board, my name is Charles Cransell. I filed this challenge for 5 reasons. I see that, 67 Lewis Street, first of all, is actually in Ward 5, District 2. Same polling place, so I could understand how you might get a ballot for the wrong district, but right off the bat, it's not the right district. Also, I visited the building today. It's a building where there's 65 and 67 in one place, and each building appears to have an A and a B, but I don't see where you would get a B3 as a unit number. That, just based on the labeling on the building, doesn't seem to be a unit. It appears PSE&G sees it as a, one floor 1 and floor 2, and additionally, another fact that led me to do this is there's no contested county committee race in Ward 5, District 2, but there is one in Ward 5, District 4. I understand that the intent is not to count that. Yeah.
is the intent, is the issue here, if there was no county committee race, would there be a conflict? Would you be challenging this?
I would consider withdrawing it if you'll assure me that the county...
No, I just before, because whether you go on further, is 67 Lewis Street
I
in a
can
different
tell you,
district?
Maria and I called the municipal clerk in New Brunswick and he confirmed that it's in 5-2.
Okay.
Therefore, on the envelope, it says not count county committee.
Okay.
Everything else is the same.
There's no contest.
I move that we count this except for the county committee race because he voted in the wrong district. Everything else is consistent. So you won, I think. Excuse me. That's being presumptuous. Well,
I do have additional things to share.
But is it about
If
this?
you want to make your decision, yes, relevant to this specific voter. I think it's
if you
important.
were a lawyer would tell you, you quit while you're ahead. Do I?
Well, I'm not a lawyer, so
I know,
maybe I don't know any better.
No,
but
that's fine.
I would like to put a little additional commentary.
Okay, so, hold a second. You made a motion,
Yes.
okay, to count everything except the committee
Right.
race. I will second. Is that okay? Can we vote on that?
Maria? Roll call.
Okay, since you-
Chairman Engel?
Yes.
Commissioner Franklin?
Yes.
Commissioner Castro?
Yes. So, what are we signing?
Accepted.
Accepted, except for county committee.
I think it's up top there.
It says it on the envelope too, so once you take the start off, if it gets separated, we know we're not counting the
But
local
we can accept
vote.
it here, right?
Although, counting the-
Now, accepted, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're signing.
Okay, so sign your initials right here. I don't know here.
You know, the brown.
If there's, you have a lot of things to cover. if when we finish the other ones, you still want to talk, I personally have no objection to that, but I want to make sure there are other people here for other parts to.
Understood.
Okay.
Assuming I get the chance to speak again, I'd be happy to get the floor.
Anything else in New Brunswick?
No,
Okay, where are we going?
this is Edison, acknowledging the fact that the candidate brought in a mail-in ballot for a voter.
Well, this is a provisional ballot.
Yeah, well, we were obligated to bring it to the board's attention.
Okay.
Because it was,
Challenge. Right?
and I
Okay.
explained to him that this is not for mail-in ballots, correct?
Okay, is this an attempt, is the person bringing the challenge here?
Yes.
Are you challenging a mail-in ballot?
I am challenging the legality of the,
Are you challenging the legality of a mail-in ballot?
I'm challenging a voter fraud.
Hold it. We are an administrative agency, right? Voter fraud ultimately gets referred to the prosecutor or to go to the prosecutor, okay? What we are determining here today is any challenges to provisional ballots. If the ballot is a mail-in ballot, the opportunity to challenge the mail-in ballot is far past for a challenge to the ballot,
Understood.
all right?
But I did not have the chance to see the data.
You would have,
We have been requesting this
No.
since for a long time, and we have not.
Our mail-in, we have published notices every year, including this year, about when the time is to challenge mail-in ballots. There were a series of dates, and the notice says that if you don't challenge by the particular date, it is stripped, so there's no, it's stripped, so there is no, you cannot determine whose ballot it is or what has happened. No one challenged the mail-in ballots.
I'm not challenging the ballot, no, but I'm challenging for voter fraud.
You're in the wrong forum. Voter fraud would go to the county prosecutor.
There's nothing to do with that, I can speak to you about the challenge.
Yeah,
I'm not challenging the ballot. You can count ballot. It's fine.
Just so you understand,
Yeah.
it's our job
Yeah.
to look at the ballots. It's partially our job, but what Commissioner Katz is telling you, when you're saying voter fraud, you have to bring information. You can bring it to us, and we will pass it on to the prosecutor, or you can directly pass it on to the prosecutor.
we're fully happy to, we do not want voter fraud in our election system. And I'm happy to have people bring that information to us, but in this instance, it's not what this part is. If at another time, if you want to come to it, you can go directly to the prosecutor. If you want to come to another one of our meetings, explain this to us, and if we agree with you, we'll be happy to pass it on to the prosecutor.
Okay,
This is just not our forum.
All right, is it possible to have a meeting later today or some other day? Because it's important, the people who's qualified to.
Why don't you send an email to Jim Vocal, okay, requesting a meeting with one or two of the commissioners, and we'd be glad to set up that meeting. Yeah. Is that okay?
But it cannot be today.
Today is not this is not the day for this process. So if you can email Jim Vocal, okay, give a couple dates that you have available. He will check with the commissioners. We'll try to get one or two commissioners, okay, at that meeting for you, and we'll see. And then I'm asking you, not verbally, I need things in writing.
Yes, I have.
That's fine. I'm just saying in writing, because this way we can look at it, and we can have our staff look at it. We can help you make some determination. Okay? Thank you.
And I have another case as well, similar.
Oh, yeah.
But I was not allowed to file any paper then.
Let's go to the next one, okay?
Okay, this is Edison Challenge. The challenger is Sami Joshi. Five. Here's 5 of them.
Did you want to, do we do one, are they different
You can do
different
one at a
reasons?
time.
There's 3 that can be done together, and then the other 2 separately. So the ones, if you want to do the 3 together, they're the Kanjal Patel, Umesh Patel, and, Sangeeta itself.
It's these three. It's these three.
I guess your reason is,
So if you look at all three, and doing them together makes it easier. If you look at all three, they're all written by the same person. However, none of them have an assister's name listed on it.
well, two of them look the same. One,
If you look at the, on the one that's in capitals, the Sangeeta Patel, if you look at 622 Grove, yeah, I guess that one could be slightly different, Sangeeta, but the other two is. We'll withdraw the one for Sangeeta then.
Sangeeta, you withdraw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't see anything on the provisional ballot which talks about it. This has a spot in it.
Yeah, all the way at the bottom, it has a,
Signature of voter.
at the very bottom, it has a requirement for the name of the assistant.
No.
Is there something on that?
The copy cuts it up, the original provisional, if you have it.
The other form, provisional, just the plain and full form. Or maybe it's in one of the others. Maybe-
No, I don't have. I don't have.
No, this look like a full ballot. Just give me anyone. I'll give it back. Yeah, just give me anyone. Okay, there is a spot. Okay. So that. There's another line, right, so there's no sister. The challenge is that these were completed by the same person, which means not the same, not the voter, or one voter completed both, but the sister, there was no sister. Right.
So what do you do by the signatures to say they're different people?
No, well, it's not, the issue that's being raised is if someone assists a voter, the system must sign for it to be counted.
Your allegation is your allegation is because the handwriting is the same,
Yeah.
one of these two voters have some assistance.
Yeah, or a third person, assistant both of them, which is, you know, and.
But we wouldn't know that.
We wouldn't know that, unfortunately, it causes both of these questions, because we don't know who assisted who. We do know that someone clearly assisted someone, because there's identical handwriting, and, excuse me, it's a requirement that assistants, it's a requirement that assisters are either sign on the actual ballot, or they, in these cases, on the original affirmative affirmation statement that they live in.
This is the applications, not the actual text, the copy. It's showing us that we filled out the same way. Same. It's not great. Well, that's because the voters, these are the voters.
Right, no, I know, but no,
Yeah.
there's, when the voter signs, the voter also, they, not any other party.
So I have a question. Attorney Martino, that says that it's been filled out, maybe one or the other, so if someone can assist with it, they must sign it as the sister.
Oh, look ahead.
If the voter does not sign it, does not complete it themselves,
Right.
whoever does it is considered to be an assistant.
And they have to sign it. Right, so one of these two could have filled it out themselves. And could have
Theoretically, for the other
and could
person.
have filled it out as a husband and wife, or a brother and sister, or something that living in the same house.
The problem is the.
Or a third party.
Or a third party.
And that
We don't know, we don't know.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, so.
We don't know. Well, once the second child is 94, this is 68.
No, not that one, I know what that one is.
So obviously this is the child.
That's the issue. Well, one should be disqualified.
I don't know, that's what I'm saying, I agree with you, one, but I can't, I have to make that for both.
Well, possibly both, but we have no proof that both are. I'm sure that there's a contest, or else it wouldn't have raised.
No, I had.
I think that's not the goal. I just can't determine one or the other.
Yes, unfortunately,
No,
we can figure it out, we would have,
I
so.
mean, I don't.
Yeah, no, we can't flip one versus the other. I don't like it, but it's. We need it for an emotion, or we just sign off as rejected?
I think we have to reject it, yeah. Okay, discuss with this one, right, so.
Yes.
So what,
This goes.
what's the decision?
The decision is that two challengers by, Umesh Patel and Kinjal Patel have been rejected because they were not signed by an assistant.
The ballots were rejected?
Ballots are rejected.
Ballots are rejected.
The challenge is accepted, the ballots are rejected. Was this, that's the answer.
That's based on the similarities in the handwriting?
They're the same.
The handwriting's the same on the? Both of them?
They're the same.
You disqualify both
They're
of them?
the same, because we can't determine which one did it,
Or whether the third party.
or they're third party. Where does it have some blue? So where?
And which ballots are those? Pardon me for coming in late.
Kinjal Patel,
Umesh Patel. District 5th, this is District 50. There were two more that we were. This week, okay, this one is, challenge, Uzar Ahmad, ULZARAMAAN.
So there's a couple of challenges on this one. First of all, the person initially registered as Gulzar Rajani. People can do name changes at the poll, however, and it seems like they did here. However, in paragraph 4, if you are changing your name, you have to provide the former name and actually sign with your former signature, so that it can be matched and verified. And they did not do that. Also, in paragraph 5, they listed their municipality as Middlesex. So
I'll give them a pass on that, because it's you know, it's in the county on that one, so that one will give a pass on.
it's the first part, yeah. I mean, we just brought the second part up just because we were doing a challenge, but the first part is more important.
I'm sorry, can you just, the last name they're changing their name to is Aman?
Yeah.
But it was originally, it was, Johnny.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
And they didn't, basically you're claiming they didn't affirm the name change,
exactly.
but they did vote.
Yeah.
But it's two separate names.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's it. It's for Johnny to Amon, but they didn't affirm in paragraph 4, didn't provide their former signature.
Is this person registered to vote anywhere?
They-
There was zero. Oh, I'm sorry.
They were initially.
So it's
registered
another
to-
location. So it's the person's registered to vote in Avenel. He voted in Edison, and he lists his current home address as Middlesex.
Well, it's Edison, because there's an Edison zip code.
Oh, it is Edison.
But it's
Yes.
a mistake. He made a mistake.
Oh, I didn't see, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and
I didn't see that
yeah.
part. Yes, you're right. I mean,
And And actually, I missed it too, technically, paragraph 6 should be filled out also, because they were moved within the county after registering. And notifying the election office, so they didn't fill out paragraph 4 or paragraph 6.
That's, but you didn't affirm, but you didn't affirm yet. I don't know if we accept.
Sign the information statement.
Paragraph 6 requires you to fill out the previous address,
Where's the application?
as part of the application.
So we can say.
He signed the affirmation, found at the bottom, he's certifying the rule. He gave his address, current address.
I think we've left it before, so. That's probably acceptable. I think we've been, we've let this happen before.
So the address one, it's not that big a deal. My concern is paragraph 4 is not putting their signature as a former name. How do you verify that this is the same person? It can't match up like we would only do a signature verification matched up to their previous registered voter form, see if the signatures match up. Now, if they don't sign with their former signature, that's why that section is in there, specifically to make sure that this person's changing their name, that we can verify that this is the previous person, with the former name. So, and that's what the whole graduation board is.
The original registration.
Well, that's what we do in the office, we verify it, but we'll get it for you.
Yeah, well, we're looking for,
So Lynn,
We'd like
and his voter.
I understand what you're saying, but did you verify, you don't have to bring it, did you verify both places?
Yeah, most of the time we can verify just for the first name, if it matches the first name signature.
but in your opinion, did you check it, did you verify the signature?
Okay.
But they didn't.
The person who did this.
Our staff
signature
did it.
yes.
Yeah, they signed as just G Amon, so you can't, unless you're matching 2 G's together, the signatures aren't being able to be verified. That's
Well,
not how they're signing with their name.
I'm matching. Last name is what now?
Stars the second. This one says
But the last name's Ahmad, they're affirming you.
The new last name is Amon.
Is Ahmad.
The last one was Vagina.
So the only thing you're saying is I gotta affirm the initial, the first name of the G.
Well, when you.
All I'm saying is our staff,
Yeah.
Linda, I don't mean to interrupt you, I'm not trying to.
No.
But Linda, our staff would have the point.
Yes, that's what his already checked off, yes, signature match. Verify the signature match.
There's no way the signature could match though, because they should sign this with the
the
new
part of
name.
the signature that was the same.
There's only a G, so can we print out a copy of the signature? I apologize, but there's no way the signature can match the previous registration, it's got a different name completely.
They're 2 different names, they can't match.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the part of the signature that would be, the name, the part of the name that is the same.
But they didn't sign it, if you look at it, and it's mixed up here, and I only saw it earlier today, but it doesn't say, they didn't sign Lazar.
Okay, we're gonna get stopped.
Yeah.
Put that together. Look at that, this is part of it.
Don, you're signing.
Yeah, it's not, there was someone checked. Okay. Is this is the other one. This is, the challenge voter is Sarjet Qatar.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. Close.
It's a good try. I'm from that region of India, so I know exactly how to say it, that's the only reason. So.
Handwriting of political affiliation. Handwriting of political affiliation does not match handwriting of the rest of the ballot. Number 11 is not consistent with others. No answer information is provided. So what?
So you're saying that 2 people filled out the ballot
I don't know. We just know that they are.
Without your kind of.
It appears to be as saying that the word "them" is not consistent with everything else on the ballot. I wouldn't reject that.
Are we handwriting experts here?
And the party affiliation.
That's what they're talking about right here.
Right.
Well, this is what we.
Yeah, but I can say
Yeah.
this kind of, you know, that's like.
Right.
I can't get into the handwriting or the printing of them. It's there.
Yeah, I'll leave it to the commissioner's discretion. I'm not gonna argue for it.
Yeah, accept
accepting that.
Yeah.
And who the person?
Sargit Pator, you said?
Yes.
Thank you.
We do vote on the ballot, so just saying, right, yeah, too. This is another
Is
edit.
that the, yeah, thank you, Patel?
I think this was withdrawn.
Okay.
Was this one?
Okay, can you write on
Yeah,
it?
okay, withdrawn. So I'm just gonna write across here,
I think at the bottom.
challenge withdrawn.
No.
No, there's no ballot accepted.
Let's make a note on top or something.
Okay,
Just saying.
I'm just gonna put the challenge withdrawn, so ballot accepted.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So can I ask a question? So 3 got rejected?
Excuse me?
3 got rejected for District 50?
Whatever we went through, we do it one by one, so.
So far, only 2.
2 have been rejected. Okay, so let's hear
Okay.
keep going.
Okay.
When they get back, we'll go.
So what we're doing is waiting for a check of one signatures on one ballot, and then we're doing our what is normal for the board in terms of review and rejecting provisionals for both reasons.
Okay, this is, Republican voted wrong party, 14 of them.
And they voted Republican, but they're registered something else.
Yes.
And these include the some people that say they weren't because they claim they did not change that motor vehicle.
No, that's
That's
not,
different.
these are ones that are actually, were that party.
Registered as
Yes.
Republican. Okay, got it. Oops, I'm sorry. Was in good initial in your place, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Or in 2 parties, wait, these all Republicans. Parties. So that means they should change the party after they pass the deadline. Registered to Weight Watch.
Still on Republican side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all Republicans.
Oh, one registered out of county. Two, voting machines. And then 4 not registered.
It's a very much we can win by one.
Two, no ballot closed.
Very difficult to accept. It's not bad. Yeah, it should be.
842. Voted wrong party. Sorry, pretty slow.
Why don't we finish this section and then we'll go back to this one?
No, finish this.
Oh, finish, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine, okay. Okay,
I want to count so you can link.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
That's 54 and 69.
I don't know if it's, this is what it is.
Oh, which one?
Maybe just with it, I just don't know, it's just not attached.
That's the one that goes with voter wrong. This one, party.
Okay.
We see put in the town already.
So we, I think,
One registered.
we should finish that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait, okay. Oh, we did this, yeah, I did this.
10 voted mail ballot.
Is that going to be part of counting? Do you accept that? Okay, so can we hold this? 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to get the final count for Elaine.
Okay, well, that's right, that's fine, that's right. Yes. I moved to
Okay, so it's.
I defer to the witness.
Okay,
You guys have
no,
it.
okay, so we're gonna accept that. Okay, so that'll be the final one, so you can count that?
Yes, is anything else accepted?
That would be
That was it?
Which one was just accepted? I'm sorry.
Gulzar Ahmad.
The challenge was accepted?
No, the ballot's accepted.
The ballot's accepted, thank you.
So this is accepted too. Okay?
Yes. That's done.
To reject.
Okay.
Beginning.
10 voted mail ballot. 14 not registered.
Sir?
Next one's on the other side.
Four deleted, two federal elections. Two deleted, moved out of state. One deleted, moved out of county. 14 registered out of the county. One no ID, it was supposed to show. And then 4 to the party to leave. This one, though, it was the correct ballot on the inside. So they're exempt and they were given a Republican.
No. So they're, are they to attack, or they just gave them the wrong thing?
Right.
But we can't, they're Democrat, we can't go to, they can't go to Republican.
Either go the whole Republican lines, or go the whole.
Well, yeah, that was already in the count, so you know.
Okay.
That's it.
No, that's.
Just not that we can,
We did, that was accepted.
After that. We're,
Listen to the
Well,
rest of
listen.
your presentation.
Thank you very much. And I do want to begin by thanking the staff and everybody for helping me get this information so that I could share it with you. I only found out about this person's ballot this morning, but I did make some efforts to do some research. And you know, at the end of the day, I think you did the right thing by allowing the votes to count for all the other races, but not the local one. And I will say, just to explain what I put on this challenge form, that I politely reached out to Mr. Ross today on Facebook. I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said, "Hey bud, do you live on Lewis Street?" His response, "Do you live on Saddam Street?" My response, "Yes, HBU," which is short. "How about you?" Mr. Ross said, "All right then, ... I said, "Do you live on Lewis Street?" He said, "Do you live on Saddam Street? And, you know, I'll keep it short, but I sort of told him, hey, cut to the chase. I'm trying to, you know, make sure that the election has some integrity here. And he responded with the quote that I have here: "Trust me, I am old enough and educated enough to understand how this process works, sir." So I let that be where it is, but I think that the board should be aware, if you're not already, that Mr. Ross is actually the most prolific bearer of ballots in the 2010 mayoral election in New Brunswick, the same election that led to the Federal Bureau of Investigation seizing records from your offices. And he's also been a city firefighter since 2006. He's very politically connected. And, you know, all these facts make me concerned about why he would vote in the wrong district, and then be evasive when asked about his address. This is a guy who's been a soldier for the Democratic political machine in New Brunswick. At least at one point he was a soldier for them, and for that reason I know that, you know, the municipal party chair, TK Shammy, is just a phone call away for him. So I'm really skeptical over why he ended up voting in a district where, even by his own stated address, he doesn't live in that district. So I am concerned about this. I wanted to bring it to your attention, and I also did want to bring to your attention some additional irregularities that I know about firsthand from last Tuesday's election. Is now the appropriate time to talk about that?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Is it possible you can put this in writing so we can look at it and evaluate it? And because it's very difficult for us to evaluate. It's sort of the he said, she said.
And investigate.
And investigate it.
I'd be happy to share my photographs of the property.
So
I'd be
if you
happy
could
to
put-
share
so if
my
you could put-
conversation with Mr. Ross.
If you could put that in writing, that would be great for us.
Sure.
And then we can do a little bit on our side and see what we can do.
Okay.
Therefore, one question.
Yes.
Do you have any reason to believe that he doesn't live in Brunswick? You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know where he lives. This is the first I heard about a Lewis Street address, so I reached out, and I was thought it was a little strange that he didn't want to tell me where he lived. If I lived on Lewis Street, I would have said, yeah, I do. What's
You
it
find it a
to you?
little strange that people don't speak to you because you might be a reporter?
Does he know you're a reporter?
Did
Oh
you
yeah,
say-
we've known each
did
other
you-
for years.
did you- did you-
We're Facebook friends. It's not
Okay.
like,
So,
you know.
so if he chooses not to reply to you, it's his choice.
well, he didn't choose not to reply. He chose to be evasive. Was what
He
he
chose
he
not
could
to
have
give
just
you the
not
answer
replied.
that you wanted.
Chose not to answer.
He chose
Period.
not to give you the answer.
And I think that's cause for concern, especially given the track record
I don't know.
of how many
I'm
ballots
not
he
so
brought
sure.
in that election.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, well, fair enough. But I do have some questions about the election. Just to be clear, candidates are automatically challengers, correct?
If
you're on the ballot, you're-
all the same authority as a challenger.
Right. So I believe that law was not respected at the Lord Sterling School. I know of at least one candidate who was on the ballot there. Heather Fennick was not, was
Again,
booted from the
may I
polling
ask,
place.
it's nice to hear it, but can you put it in writing so we can look at it?
Sir, I'm happy to do that.
If we have these
Yeah.
incidents in a particular
Sir,
district,
Right.
sir, no offense, we have a time sensitive thing, we have an election that's going on in Edison, so we need the
If
the
this
results.
doesn't
Am I holding up the election in
Yeah.
Edison?
Yes, you are.
It's a reorganization tonight. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't mean to hold anything up, but I did take time out of my day to come here.
put it in writing, and if you're dealing with a particular election district, which is a problem, we want to know the district name number, because we have to trace back to the poll clerks, we need to know that. The school itself, without the district, may help us.
Okay, well, she was a candidate for assembly, so she should have been allowed in any.
Right, but if there was a problem in one district because of that.
I'll give you all that I can, and I'll be quick. I did take time out of my day to come here. There's a voter in my district who was denied the right to vote. She learned on election day that she was a registered Republican, though she does not recall filing any document. I have put this in writing to Mr. Vokrol. Can I get any update on Chelsea Road
As
Morosky's?
soon as I have something, I will get it back.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, there were 150 some people that
They're
are
waiting
waiting for
for the
this
final
election to
result.
happen.
Could I just want to say, I mean, this isn't the venue for these.
I thought we actually finished.
It's a challenge to the provisional
Finish
ballot.
it.
Yeah, I'd like for my speech not to be interrupted by other members of the public. If the board is open the floor to the public, I'd like to have my public comment. If the board has other business to attend to, I'll sit down, I'll wait.
I believe I was mistaken. I thought we had completed all the challenges in Central Ellison.
Let's find out, maybe they have something that we haven't.
I'll be
Maybe
happy to
defer
let you know.
to that?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't have any challenges. The only thing are the other thing that you guys don't want to deal with it, which is
It's not, wait,
the
excuse
voter
me,
process.
it's not that we don't want to deal with it, sir. This isn't the venue to
Okay.
deal with it.
Okay,
Okay?
all right.
So the
Okay.
same thing as you're saying to this gentleman here.
That's
okay?
why I'm not bringing it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
want to
it's-
speak about anything else about?
No.
We
No,
are,
we're done.
we are very opposed to voter fraud, and we do want to know about it, but ultimately, ultimately the action would be by the prosecutor, but we do want to know about it ultimately so that we can add our weight if we believe it's true to the prosecutor to do something.
May I, is it possible to get copies of the printouts for the districts that were at issue today? That's 50, 53, 54, 69, and 62.
Printouts of what, sir?
Printouts
Of the results.
We're going to get the results, we have to,
Glenn is waiting.
we're waiting.
That's what we're waiting for. Okay,
Right,
thank
we're
you.
waiting for that, right.
Thanks. All right.
That's when also the clerk will, will certify the release.
Yeah, because the township put us waiting for it.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's on your side, okay.
If you do go directly to the prosecutor, make sure you call me. So we
I'm
can
sorry?
follow up.
If you
Make
go
sure you
directly
copy
to
the
the
prosecutor.
prosecutor,
Copy them.
please copy us so we can follow up as well.
Yeah, we'll have a lawyer deal.
Okay, whoever.
Thank
Send
you.
it to
Send it,
Jeff.
send it, send it to the administrator,
Yes.
okay, to the administrator.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So I did notice there was a discrepancy in the vote totals that I got from the clerk's office and from the county clerk's office regarding Ward 4, District 1 in New Brunswick. Ronald Hush came to the county committee. I was originally under the impression he got 5 votes. And then the next day I find out I got 36 votes. So that was quite a
Do
discrepancy.
you know who is the certified agent of votes? Here's your answer. You answer your own question.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. I just want to bring that to your attention. There was a large
Yeah,
discrepancy.
well, that would be, it's electronic, and that's what's printed out of that. I have no idea whether what the municipal clerk may have done in terms of its handwritten something down, giving me something else, but it's all electronic. The county clerk gets it, the county clerk releases it.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I want to get to. I want to understand how these data cartridges work for the voting machines. I do think that there might be a need to invest in new voting machines. I may have talked about this with some of the commissioners before on account of the.
Sir, why don't you go to a freeholder meeting who has the purse strings to do that?
You got it.
And you go to that meeting and say that we need millions of dollars for new machines, and we would say to you, you're correct, and even the administrator and the freeholders understand it. It's a matter of the money, and it's a matter of what's certified in the state right now.
What your options
So
are.
we have to add languages to it.
There's many things in flux that probably have to be resolved before we buy voting machines, because you have to make a decision based on all the facts, all the information. We don't have all of that now. It would be, even if we had the option to spend as much money as we want and spend it now on new machines, it would be, in my opinion, would be irresponsible to
There
do
needs
it,
to be
because
research.
we know that certain things have to be added or may have to be added, but we don't know for sure what and all.
And there's no machines right now
That are certified.
that are certified by the state or the federal. We have to have both being certified before we even look at it.
Understood, okay. And thank you for elaborating. I will go to the freeholder meeting on Thursday. If any of you want to join me, I'll definitely address this issue. And I do want to understand a little bit about the chain of custody for the data cartridges, because for my district, I was, not happy to see that there was a problem with the cartridge and they weren't able to read it at City Hall. It was not giving proper results or any results, and I heard that it was transported here and then it worked. So I just want to know who's in charge of the chain of custody for getting it from here to there, and how does that all work?
There was one cartridge from the Brunswick which could not be read at the clerk's office. It was transmitted here. We tried to read it, we could not read it. However, the paper tape is also included with cartridges, and those results were manually inputted into the system.
So the cartridge was simultaneously brought here along with the paper trail.
Correct.
And the cartridge did not work when it was brought here.
Correct.
Still does not work at all.
At the time we tried it on election night, it did not work.
Okay, I got different information, so I appreciate you giving me the straight story, and I'm concerned if the data cartridges aren't working. It's good there's a paper backup, but I'm concerned because it was my own district. I want to make sure my vote counts. So that's why I came out. I wanted to bring these issues to your attention. I will follow up in writing. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. And thank you to the staff.
Make a motion, we adjourn the meeting?
Second? Yes.
Yes. So.